Revelations of the Awakened. Space changes coming closer to March 2023. More and more often we hear that humanity needs to wake up. This is vital for our future spiritual development. More and more are awakened among us, and this is already an indisputable fact. People who are at higher level of spiritual development have special abilities, and some of them can heal. Someone can even see the future. Someone can communicate with higher energy structures that bring people information about what most of us do not know about. And here we'll acknowledge this recent received from higher powers. The skeptics, critics remain silent because this information echoes the feeling of many. Maybe this is not the ultimate truth, but it's very close to it. Earth is at a transit point, they say. And there's quite a lot of beings on our planet who have incarnated in human bodies. They are here in transit on their way to their location, where there is a completely different dimension, a different life, a different way of survival. In their worlds, the question of survival is more valued. In terms of their inner content, they represent a more simplified form of life and exist on other vibrations. They have very little life-giving light, which works miracles, but they don't need it. It's important for them to survive and live their lives with maximum prosperity. They do not value their own experience or their loved ones or someone else's. In our world, they are called soulless. And mind you, they are most often in power. Now on Earth, there are a large number of souls from different forms of beings. It would be more correct to call them living organisms. Our planet is like a big station, a transit point for them. Human souls are now experiencing serious upheavals. Therefore, those entities who do not need the experience of other people but want to control them establish their own ruling line. Since their assemblage point is displaced, human souls have entered the experience of harvesting, quote unquote. This is not to say that many of us did this unconsciously. Many consciously went to this experience. Incarnated souls that will have to go through hardships and wars, famines and cataclysms. For many, this will be the final experience, and many are just entering a period of massive harvest. The one who will not be inactive, but create will successfully pass this experience. We have a fairly developed religion that makes us remember our souls. Volunteers join together to help others. There are, of course, money grabbers who try to cash in on others, but the future will not be built on them, but on those who help and unite in their mercy and compassion. The ability of people to unite will create a miracle that will go down in history, because the strength of the spirit and willpower, as well as the need for life, will stop the enmity machine. Dark forces viciously oppress us. Now there is not only a battle between people, this is the final stage of the struggle between light and darkness. The dark forces will weaken for a long time, and when this happens, many countries will experience severe shocks. People cannot cancel the karma of the country. They worked it out together. Too many life laws have been violated, and the universal laws are built from them brick by brick. Universal laws are not made by people. Those of the soulless who now rule on Earth have decided that they can go against the higher forces. This decision is fundamentally wrong and absurd in its content. For the implementation of their plans, they spend more than a dozen years, strength and material wealth, and it would be appreciated if it was directed to the good, but a huge amount of effort and money was spent on distorting the laws of life. There was not a single soul that went through the distortion of the laws of life and was not punished, and it's not the Supreme Court. The punishment is so simple and crushing that neither the highest in rank nor the most inconspicuous peasant will be able to escape from it. Many innocent victims were brought who could use their skills and strength for good deeds. For our time and level of development, this is shameful. Light forces have done a lot to avoid this development of events, but stubbornness, greed, and informational distortion have made their unprecedented dirty events and deeds. At all times, people have been taught to be afraid of something. Fear is a basic setting. It helps to survive and not get into trouble, helps us to survive, not getting into trouble when danger really threatens. But there is also artificial fear. People lower their vibrations through fear, aggression, and weakness. As much as we allow fears into our lives, so strongly they will be embodied in our lives. Self-sufficient and wise souls know where to move, even in the most difficult situations. But even a self-sufficient soul needs faith and work with its will and fortitude. A person must feel himself both as a physical body, a soul, and energy, and as part of something great. Chaos will dissipate, and when the program enters, the energy of justice is activated and stabilized, then everything will fall into place. The true value of life program will be launched. We're lucky, we will witness this, we will see an amazing phenomenon. Many secrets will be revealed that are documented and hidden behind 7 seals. We will feel changes in space already at the beginning of this year, 2023, closer to March, they said. It's then that everything will actively fall into place. And by the way, many will not like their reality, but as they say, what you sow, you shall reap. And this is on Soul Ask. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box.